Hi, in this video, Unit 4 of High Voltage Engineering is discussed. In Unit 4, measurement of high voltages and high currents are included. Okay. In this chapter, we will discuss the high resistance with series ammeter, resistance dividers, capacitance and mixed dividers, peak voltmeter, generating voltmeter, capacitance voltage transformer, that is CVT, electrostatic voltmeters, spear gaps, high current shunt, and digital techniques used in high voltage measurement are included in this chapter. Now, this table shows the high voltage measurement techniques for measuring high DC voltages. Series resistance microammeter, resistance potential divider, generating voltmeter, spear and spark gaps are used for measuring AC voltages. For measuring AC voltages, that is high power frequency voltages, can be measured with the help of series impedance ammeter, potential dividers. Either it is resistive or capacitive type, and potential transformers, that is otherwise it is called as electromagnetic or capacitance voltage transformer, CVT. The fourth one is electrostatic voltmeter and spear gap. Then similarly for measuring high frequency AC voltage, that is impulse voltage and all the things rapidly changing with voltages, potential divider with CRO, peak voltmeters and spear gaps are used. Then similarly the high current measurement techniques used or presented in this table, where high DC current can be measured with the help of resistance shunt with milliammeter, Hall effect generators and magnetic links. AC current with power frequency can be measured with the help of resistive shunts, electromagnetic current transformers. And finally, the high frequency AC impulse current can be measured with the help of resistive shunts, magnetic potentiometers and magnetic links, that is a Hall effect generators. First we discuss about the measurement of high DC voltages. The high DC voltages can be measured with the help of series resistance micrometer. Second one is a resistance potential divider. Third one is generating voltmeter. Then finally spear gap arrangements. First one is high resistance with microammeter. In this arrangement, that is the very high voltage is applied across this resistance. Only a small portion of current will flow through the microammeter. Across that meter, a protective device is connected in such a way that to protect the meter. Okay. Usually, this this resistor is constructed with large wire wound, and the value would be few hundreds to mega ohms. That is the current rating would be 1 to 10 microamps. Then voltage drop of each element is chosen in such a way that in order to avoid flashovers or discharges, etc., and you have to provide corona free terminals. Then the applied voltage can be measured by multiplying this R value by current through the resistance. So the applied high voltage is I into R. This type of arrangement can be used to measure DC voltages. This is micrometer, which is in moving coil type. Then the impedance of the meter is only few amps, which is compared to the resistive value, so we can neglect this impedance of meter. Okay, then this protective device here we are connecting the protective device across this meter. This protective device may be paper gap, neon glow tube, or a Zener diode with series resistance. Then by using this arrangement, we can measure up to 500 kV with plus or minus 0.2% accuracy. And the limitation of this arrangement are power dissipation and source loading, temperature effects and long time stability, and voltage dependence of resistive elements, and sensitive to mechanical stresses. Then second one is resistance potential divider. Here it uses ESV, that is electrostatic voltmeter or high impedance voltmeter. It is usually this resistance potential divider R1 and R2. Here high voltage is applied. Let consider that the voltage across R1 is V1 and voltage across R2 is V2. Then here this voltage across the V2 is only measured. Voltage across the resistance R2 is measured with the help of ESV. So we have given that voltage across the resistance R2 is given by this equation. Then finally you may find a high voltage magnitude total V1 in terms of V2 by using this equation. In this arrangement, sudden voltages will be changed due to the transients because of switching operation, flashover of test objects, and damage due to stray capacitance across the element and the ground. And to avoid sudden changes in voltages, voltage controlling capacitors are connected across the element. Then in order to provide the corona free thing, we are connecting the capacitor across this, whereas here the resistance are connected in series. In between that we are going to connect the capacitor to provide the corona free terminals. At high voltage ends, corona free terminals is used to avoid unnecessary discharges. Then accuracy of this method is as follows. That is for up to 100 kV, the accuracy is 0.05 percentage. Then if you increase, if you go for high voltages, the accuracy is reduced. For example, up to 300 kV, the accuracy is 0.1 percentage, and 0.5 percentage accuracy for 500 kV. Next topic is generating voltmeter. Usually generating principle can be used in high voltage measuring devices where the source loading is prohibited or where the direct connection to the high voltage sources is avoided. Then the generating voltmeter is a variable capacitor electrostatic voltage generator. This device generates current which is proportional to the voltage under measurement. Then this arrangements can be used to measure both DC and AC voltages. And here this arrangement requires a synchronous motor, and the high voltage and grounded electrodes constitute a capacitance systems. In generally, the charge stored in a capacitor of capacitance C is given by this equation. If the capacitance of the capacitor varies with respect to time when connected to the source of voltage V, and then the current through the capacitor is given by this equation. For DC voltages, this dV by dt equal to 0. So this term will get cancelled. This term is 0. So I of t equal to V into dc of t divided by d of t. Then if the capacitance C varies between the two limits C naught as well as C naught plus Cm, then the capacitance varies in the sinusoidal manner. So C equal to, we can represent this in the sinusoidal nature, and where the current is given by this equation. Then here the arrangement The arrangement of generating voltmeter is shown here. It consists of 4 electrodes, D0, D1, D2 and D3. Here D3 is the high voltage electrode and D0, D1 and D2 are low voltage electrode. And here you see the rotor of the electrode D0 is connected to a synchronous motor, and high voltage source is connected to this fixed electrode, high electrode D3, where this rotor of D0 is driven at a constant speed, for example 1500, 1800, 3000 or 3600 rpm, and the shape of D0 and D1 is shown here. Okay, this D0 and D1 are designed that they produce sinusoidal variation in capacitance. Then finally here you see that resistor is connected. The generated AC current through the resistance R is rectified and measuring with the help of moving coil instrument here. This arrangement rectify it. Finally we are measuring with moving coil instrument. Here it is given that it can a high voltage electrode, that is the high voltage electrode is connected to this disc electrode, and which is fixed at the distance of this axis D0, D1 and D2, and this D0, this electrode is driven at a constant speed by a synchronous motor, and this rotor vanes D0, this one here, the cross sectional view is shown here, causes periodic change in the capacitance between the insulated disk D1 and D2 and D3. Then this number and shape of vanes are so designed that the variation of the capacitance should be sinusoidal or linear, can be achieved with the variation of the number and shape of the vanes or electrodes. Then finally the AC current is rectified and is measured with the help of the ammeter. Okay, if the current is very small means amplifier is used, then we are going to measure. And here you see that then finally how the current would be measured. This is capacitance variation and the current is given by Im cos omega t. Okay, then this current is rectified and usually measured with the moving coil instrument as we discussed before. Then generating voltmeter can be used for AC voltage measurement with angular velocity omega. Okay. Then this is the calibration curve, that is rotating cylindrical type. Another one is the rotating vane type. In rotating cylindrical type, this is it would be used for low voltage applications. That is for very high voltages, we go for rotating vane type. Instead of cylinder, we are using vane type arrangement. And here the generating voltmeter are linear scale instruments and applicable over a wide range of voltage, and here the sensitivity can be increased by increasing the pickup area of one electrode and using amplifier circuits. Then finally we discuss the advantages and disadvantages. Advantages of generating voltmeter are no source loading by the meter, then there is no direct connection between this, and here scale is also linear. And drawbacks of this arrangement is they require calibration, careful construction is needed, and disturbance in position and mounting the electrodes may also create calibration.